Hi everyone, this is Misha from Made Up Me Search, and today we're going to be testing out new makeup from Catrice, everyone's affordable favorite. I have almost a full face here. They did launch a bunch of new stuff at the start of the year, and I'm really excited to test it all out. And I want to start with this one, which is really interesting to me. This is the Magic Shine Eraser. It's a gel to powder mattifying primer. It looks like this, literally looks like nothing. It is kind of interesting to me because, of course, this does contain quite a lot of silicone, but it feels a little bit different to like your usual silicone primers. If you look at it, it doesn't really rub off much. You can't really see anything, and not just because it's clear, but it's genuinely so lightweight. So I'm just gonna put it, in places where I would usually mattify, I guess. My cheeks, my forehead, usually my chin. It feels like rubbing nothing on your face. I think somebody with like really oily skin should try this and give you a shout out rather than me, because I don't even know if like this is gonna do anything. It should be a gel to powder formula, which I definitely think it is. It feels very like powdery on my face now, but who knows. I also have a primer for the more dry parts of my face, and it's the Catrice Skin Glaze Hydrating Serum Primer. As it's usually the case, they do sell these in like smaller amounts. This is only 15 milliliters because they still want to keep that affordable price. So they do give you like a little bit of a smaller primer. I don't really care because I don't go through primers that quickly. This one, looks like hydrating serum. It does have like a pink pearl to it, but I don't think that's going to reflect under the makeup too much. Overall, it just feels like a hydrating serum. Yeah, so I guess like squalane is the main ingredient in this, which is fine. It did kind of sink in, left a little bit of a sticky finish. I do feel glowy. It does feel nice. Next, we got a chalk foundation. It's not super often that drugstore brands release foundations that I would like to buy. I'm kind of steering away from buying new foundations, but they just launched a Soft Glam Filter Stick Foundation. And I'm a big fan of stick foundations. I love the one from Fenty, and I'm actually running out of that. So I thought that this might be like a nice substitute, and also it's very affordable, and I just wanted to try it. So I have the shade 10 Fair Light. I didn't want to go for the lightest shade. So let's just try it on. Looks like an okay match. It also looks very sheer. I'm just gonna apply it like I normally do. We can add some more later if we feel like it's not enough. Really interesting. Like, I don't think you would say that I'm wearing foundation at all. This is so not there. I'm gonna try to build it up a little bit on my cheek over here. But this is like insanely light coverage. Can you see it more? I don't think so. I don't think there's much of a difference. So, I mean, you can build it up in the sense that it's not going to feel heavy. It is buildable in that way. But I don't think we've got more coverage from it. So, it's supposed to be a glow-boosting stick with vitamin E optical filter effect for a radiant complexion, sheer coverage. You know what? Yeah. I cannot be mad at that. That's exactly what it does. It's very sheer coverage. It does make you really nice and glowy. If I was into glowy skin, I think I would love that. I'm not that much of a glowy skin girl, but I like it. I think for like everyday summer vibe, not bad at all. Of course, to go with our new foundation, we also have a new concealer. This is the Instant Bright Serum Concealer with medium coverage. I'm a sucker for a good serum concealer. I've been loving all these like brightening, lightweight, hydrating concealers. And this one does have niacinamide and hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to brighten up your under eyes, hydrate them. I like that a lot. I have the shade, we'll never know. Oh, there we go, 2N. So it's a neutral, very pale shade. You have this like angled doe foot, which does deposit quite a lot of product. I have already used this concealer a couple times, and I can tell you already that I've been actually quite liking it. For a drugstore concealer, like this is great quality. It's super lightweight, but the match is pretty good. The coverage is truly medium. Like this is not a full coverage concealer, but at the same time, it does kind of cover all you need, I would say. So that is really, really nice. I really like the way this looks under my eyes. Look at that. So nice. Just enough brightness, just enough coverage. I feel like this is a really nice concealer if you don't want to go like full coverage all in, but just kind of, cover up a little bit, give it a space to breathe, hydrate a little bit. I also have their new liquid bronzer. This is the Catrice Melted Sun liquid bronzer in the shade 510 Lines. I was so excited about this because look at that. This is a bronzer shade. Look at how cool toned and incredible this is. I feel like this is going to suit so many people with fair skin that don't really like regular bronzers that are more orange or, red toned. This is really nice looking. I'm just going to do like a dot, I think, because it's giving Rare Beauty. I think it's going to be pretty pigmented. Oh, this looks just wonderful. Alright, you can tell it's a little bit more on the cool tone side, but it blends really well and it really like sinks into the skin. Do you see that? Blended in so well. And it is just a really nice cool tone shade. I think I like this a lot. It says that it's a buildable coverage product that melts gently into into face. Listen, this is way too gray to be called sun-kissed look, but I dig it. I love a good non-orange bronzer. I can definitely see a use case and plus points for the formula because this blends like a dream. This is so good. Like, this is one of the better blending bronzers I've ever tried from the drugstore. I would say it's even better than their like Melted Sun cream bronzer. This blends way better. Now it's time for the blush, my friends, and I actually picked this one up yesterday. Simply just the blush stick from their Kiss and Glow collection. Amour's Fave is the shade. They had this one, which is more on like the red pinky tone, and then they had like a nice peachy orangey one. And it does have a little brush on the end as well, which doesn't feel half bad, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be using that at all. I'm going to try and apply it straight to my face on one side, and then I'm going to go like a regular human being and, apply it like I should on the other. You can swipe it. Okay, it's not as insane as I first thought. It did look quite intense from the swipe. It is a bit more on the dewy side, and it gets stuck in my baby hairs, god damn it. I'm gonna buff it in a little bit with this brush. How do you like it? I think it's pretty cool, actually. Oh, I did not use the brush. I'll try with just a bit here. There we go. I'm just gonna... You can use this if you're gonna apply it on like a very controlled area, but the actual area of the brush that touches your skin is so narrow that you cannot blend anything with it. It is soft. I like the brush in terms of the quality, but I don't like it for the purpose. Now that we have the base, I'm gonna use the Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Powder. This is kind of like a cult powder. They had it for years. I picked up recently because I ran out of powder and I needed it immediately. So let's just give it a shot. I'm gonna use it on my under eyes first. And you know me, I do like a good powder puff moment, so I'm just gonna swirl it, tap of the axis, and then go in. Yeah, so I like to do my whole T-zone with a puff. And then once I'm done, I just grab like a fluffy brush and dust it all over my face. Very lightly though, because we all know that makeup doesn't need to be powdered in order to stay on. This is actually like a really matte powder, like instantly mattifies the face. I didn't apply a lot at all. Not bad at all. I just think the under eyes look a little bit heavy now. I should have maybe used a different powder for the under eyes. And also, I'm stupid because I completely forgot. I've got this Bright and Blur powder. I'm just gonna take like one of these mini puffs from Real Techniques, and I'm gonna take the tiniest amount just to brighten it up. Like, not set it further because I don't want to look dry as hell, but I don't know what people have with these like pink setting powders. And alright, done. Does it look better? Because I don't think it does. I don't think the pink powder did much. I think maybe I put it on too late. I don't know. Maybe we should try it again in another video. We will see. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Catrice Brow Fix Soap Stick is the next product that I have. As usual, you have the little soap pen, and on the other side you have a little brush. Okay, not bad at all. I'm not sure if it's better than a regular spoolie, but it's definitely not bad. As you can see, my lamination is not at its strongest anymore, but we shall see. This looks quite waxy, so we'll see how it goes. Oh wow, that is an interesting formula. Okay, so the brush is actually pretty like sharp, It doesn't feel the best on the skin. Same thing, the stick. This is actually like glue. This does kind of feel like regular stick glue. But I gotta say that the formula seems to be quite strong in terms of getting through my brow hairs. It is slightly like wet and sticky. So I guess we'll see if it dries down. My guess is that it won't. But honestly, I'm not mad at this. And now I'm going to use their new eyeshadow palette, which is called Tiny Treasures. Look at how small. This is so small, but like in the best way. It's very cute. I really like the selection of the shades. You have 6 shades, 2 of them are shimmers, one is very light, one is like a medium marble shimmer, and then you have 4 mattes. What a great selection for this like pink toned, cool toned palette. I love it so much. I'm gonna do just a really, really simple eye look. And I will do my best to test all of the eyeshadows. I want the main base of the look to be the pink, so I'm going to pick up the dark pink first. Okay, that looks really nicely pigmented. I like that a lot. Then I'm going to pick up a fluffier brush. Now I'll pick up a fluffier brush and I'm going to go into the lighter pink and blend this out. Then I'm going to take this little brush and pick up the gray. And I'm gonna do like a nice inner cut crease moment almost. And I'm also gonna put it here right on the bottom. And then I'm gonna take like a very small blending brush and I'm gonna pick up the beige to blend out that gray. There is a little bit of fallout under my eyes. So now I'm gonna pick up the darker shimmer. Looks like this, not too bad. And I'm gonna put that on the outer half of the eye. It's like a lot more iridescent pink than I anticipated. And then I'm gonna take the silvery like champagne on my other finger. This is probably the only downside, that the pans are so small that even my small fingers don't fit in. And then I'm gonna put that on the inner corner. Yeah, that's pretty cute. I'm gonna take a gray eye pencil and round that down the bottom. And then I'm gonna take a tiny blending brush again and just smoke it out. Okay, I'll finish the other eye and be right back. So we have successfully, oh my god. So we have successfully used all 6 shades of this little palette. And honestly, I'm not mad at this at all. They are a little bit like dusty if you apply a lot at once, which I usually do when I try to pack on the color. They might have a little bit of a fallout, but honestly it's nothing too dramatic. The green liner was maybe a little bit off. I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I gotta say, the shimmers are really nice. They're more in like the metallic ballpark. So what you can see here, kind of that, you know, even reflection, no glitter. That's kind of what we're looking at. The mattes are really nice. I really appreciate the selection. Even though the shades are not like the deepest, I do genuinely really like them. And I feel like this is a really, really nice palette. I definitely think they did well with the formula here on these. And it does remind me quality-wise the 5-in-a-box palettes, which I really love. This is going to be amazing for traveling, actually. We don't have a lot left. I'm going to take the Diamond Haze highlighter, which they recently launched. It's so funny to me that even years after Fenty launched their How Many Carats highlighter, we're still having dupes on the market that are new. Look at the packaging. It is so pretty. It's in the shade Gimme Glitter. It's called an effect highlighter apparently because, of course, it's the same old, you know, gel formula that looks like diamonds. Does this look chunky? I mean, to some people it might, because you can see like tiny individual glitters when you look really up close. But when the light hits it, I don't think so. I quite like these. I do wear them fairly often. That's all I have to say about these highlighters. Formula-wise, I feel like this is not as like light and jelly as the Fenty one. This one definitely feels a little bit more pressed. If you were looking to get one, great dupe. And now the last thing we're looking at are lips. I have so many new lip products that I don't know what to use. But I think I want to go in with one of these because these really did catch my eye. And they are kind of in the diamond theme. So we've got the Diamond Glaze lip glosses. I already have 2 shades because I just couldn't stop myself. So I have the shade Poppin' Glitters, which is like this beautiful sheer pink, very frosty, very 2000s. Beautiful lip. And then we got this one, which is called Less Bitter, More Glitter, which I do agree with. And this is like a bit darker magenta base with like greeny yellow glitter, and both of them look incredible. And look at the shine, okay? You see that? Another thing about these is that they smell amazing, and they also don't really feel like that glittery. You cannot really feel the glitters when you press your lips together. I would say this is a good thumbs up for the formulation, definitely. This would be a beautiful lip topper on so many different lip colors. I just think it looks stunning. I have a soft spot for a good frosty lip, I'm sorry. But this concludes the look. What do we think? I actually think this looks really nice. Most of the stuff we use, I think, was actually pretty great. The eyebrows are the kind of formula I don't really like. They do leave like a sticky residue. You can feel the wax being a wax. It doesn't dry down. But I gotta say, like, the hero of this video is probably the foundation. I gotta say, this looks so good. I love the way this looks on my skin. I feel like it's really given the Fenty vibes. It's almost like the same sheer glowy but not heavy at all. Like, you cannot even feel it on your skin. And other than that, I mean, I don't know. The blush, surprisingly great. The contour / bronzer, I'm blown away. This is amazing. I'm in love with this. And overall, everything in this video I feel like was a success. Besides the primers. I'm not sure about the primers, but I'm still definitely very mad. You know I love Catrice, you know I love trying out their new stuff, and every time they launch, like a big launch, like this one was at the start of the year, I feel like they always give out such good quality stuff for such affordable price. I cannot recommend them enough. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!